Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MLG Finals live from New Orleans. Team Kaliber versus Optic Gaming for this one, and TK have been close in both the first two maps, Matt. You know, they've led
ahead in the
game in
hard
point. Round 11 in the S&D, just cannot close out these games. Now, heading to an uplink comeback. Do they take this, or is this a 3-0?
I think it's 3-0, to be quite honest with you. I think Optic Gaming probably, they have the momentum right now. TK, obviously, after losing earlier today, coming into this one, losing two heartbreakers of the first two maps. I think this is OGs for the takings.
Well, I think a lot of people will disagree with you. Matt,
It's probably a bunch of people that'll disagree. But there's a whole lot of people that are wrong.
That's very true. Good point, Matt. Valid point. We'll start off on board with Karma, though, in this uplink comeback. Struggled massively in the search and destroy, looking to turn things around now. They're on a comeback. Straight off the bat, able to not pick up the first kill. Thought for a minute there he was going to be able to do that. Scumpy now on your screens. He's going to fall as well from 6v1. Just kind of left the player's life in glass.
It's important that TK gets an early lead. Get glass control, get an early lead. Just will help overall. Just team vibes, communication. They get behind early here. I think the wheels fall off, so to speak.
Oh, Apathy already with the drone. He's going to go for a 1.
There you go.
Beautiful play. Didn't want to risk anything too crazy. Didn't have the teammate support really to justify it. Unfortunately, Shop only able to pick up 1, and that means Karma now does have the satellite drone in his hand. Thinking about maybe going for the 1-point AC throw. Decides against it. Nice movement. Could go for 2 here. Gonna connect with no. Actually misses the jump.
There you go. Second time.
Second time for
charm, right, Ben?
Yeah, something like that, man.
But now it's dangerous. You see the base of TK. TK is in red. The entire base of their team is covered in blue arrows, and Formal messes it all up.
Yeah, pretty much. I was set to go for a relay. Karma can't pick up the drone either. It seems like everyone seems to be blind. Picking up. Nice pass. Crimp jumps up. 4-1. 3 minutes 42.
I like the idea from TK, though. Just overextend right away. Just give up the extra 2 points, and then try and play from glass side. Now, it's important they win these gunfights. They lose these gunfights. It's going to go back to Optic having full control of their base.
Scumpy will fall.
They've stopped the bleeding a little bit. They've won some gunfights, so smart play right there from TK.
See, TK still being forced to play pretty defensively. Nezla needs to win this gunfight. The assist is going to come in, but the drone has already been thrown. Actually missed, and there's a big fight for it. It's going to be Apathy. Can he get it away just in time? Yes, he can. Kind of throws a Hail Mary over towards Nezlo, but the stun comes out. 4 players go down, and Optic Gaming will cruise to a 2-point play here. Pass to Scump. Scump jumps up. 6-1, 3 minutes remaining in the first side.
I don't want to say they almost let Apathy just go in and score the drone early, but it was really weird because Optic had 3 players around the drone. Apathy just picked it up and just jumped over the wall and went for 1. And I'm trying to remember if they even, I think they turned around and took him out right away, but the rest of TK was nowhere even close. Optic gets drone control right away, and they just rally some points.
Maybe potentially a little bit of bait going on there?
I don't know. I would never think to have a team in a game mode like Uplink. Why would you just give away points? That doesn't seem like something you would do.
I mean, if you know you're significantly better than the opposition.
And that's just, then you're just overconfident. Then you're a little bit stupid. I think anything can happen in a game.
Very true. 6-2. The score in favor of Optic Gaming. Crim does have the drone in hand, throwing out those stuns. Also has a big amount of support. Could choose to pass this. Decides he wants to kind of go himself here, and he's juking out absolutely everyone, but unfortunately the drone will fall. Apathy actually picking this one up, and I think he's going to head down towards that bottom middle side, making a nice little play here. Back over towards glass. Beautiful little transition, but
that would have been the longest route of all time on comeback.
I feel like
he goes straight through the middle, then over towards glass.
He needs support if you're going to do something like that.
If he would have jumped on the platform, then went through the window, he might have been able to
maybe do a bit of parkour work over there.
Yeah, a little bit of parkour. Might have been able to get off at least a 1-point throw, but Theory's going to get the drone in his hand. There's one player directly in front of him trying to lead the way. But he is all types of stuff. He cannot make anything happen. Now he's stuck on a window. Does not look good for Theory.
It's 2-13. Haven't really pointed that out. Very, very slow start for Theory in this first side. He's desperately going to want to pick things up. And the fact that, to be fair, TK have kept this as kind of close as they have. There's only been a couple of moments where they look like they've completely collapsed.
I mean, just like how we said in S&D, to win one with a guy, having 0 kills or 1 kills, you're not going to win too many comeback uplinks with a guy too important.
With the drone, looking to try and make this an 8-2 lead, has support. 3 players go down. Scumpy dunks that one home. Now it's going to be left down to Theory to try and prevent this Optic momentum. He's just going to pick up that drone and try and go. The support is there. Theory tries to pass it up to Sharp. The ball actually drops back down. Theory's going to get through the window as well, but there's players all around. Finally, he falls. Just couldn't escape, but Apathy is there to pick it up. 2 players going to be chasing. He may be able to jump in for 2. Not going to happen. Is Neslo in a position to just go straight for it? I don't think so. Just going to throw out that Semtex that may actually catch Formal off guard. The drone going to reset in 8 seconds, but the kills come in from Sharp. Can Sharp now pick up the drone? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do so. Theory, last-ditch effort. Is he going to get there? No, he's not. And a big defensive stance comes out of Optic Gaming.
I feel like Optic, everything has gone right for them here in this first half. Right there, the drone is going to reset due to time. Did such a great job defending it. Neslo just trying to play it into the OG base. And I think you may see one of the rare times on comeback. We're going to see this one wrapped all the way around. Krim just playing it for yards. Formal trying to get a 2-point play, and he's going to connect.
1 second left.
1 second left. Just a fantastic play by OG. They just played it for yards there. Formal catches it off the bounce. Able to put it in literally at the last second.
Yep. Krim finishing that half on a 5-kill streak as well. Nice little way to finish that. We'll stay on board with Krim to kick things off on the second side, but of course the time should be pretty much the full 5 minutes, just that 1 second taking off the clock.
TK can do
interesting
this.
if that actually costed Optic though, but that kind of, or TK rather.
And TK can do this.
You think they can?
Yeah, they just have to get control of the Optic base. They can't do kind of what you just saw right there, just picking the drone up, trying to get the AC and making a throw. It's not going to
I'll
happen.
play for those kills before you think about that, but Karma will get some control over Glass. Thinking about potentially pushing out and have Sharp there, but not able to connect with any shots. Theory has the drone, and Theory says, well, peace out. Tries to sink the 1-point play. Picked out the air, though. Beautiful interception comes out from Formal, I believe that was. And now Crimsix with the drone could potentially actually wrap this. TK only have 1 player in a position to stop it, and Crim is just going to lie down.
Maybe
say, hey, guys,
AC throw?
help me out. Need some support here. Theory misses the drone completely, and that should be a 2-point play coming in from Scub. A 10-point lead for Optic Gaming.
We've seen 2 or 3 times now where TK's gone on the offensive and it's resulted in Optic points. It's just, you know, a bad pass
Right.
or just running the wrong way with the drone, trying to get, I don't want to say too fancy with the drone, but maybe just taking the only route that they thought was possible. And now looks like Optic going to get another 2-point play. It looks like Formal going to put that one in, make it 14-2 here, Ben.
It's quickly spiraling out of
It
control.
is, yeah. I mean, you could kind of see it coming. The wheels start to fall off a little bit. TK losing some momentum. This would be absolutely wild if they were to come back to this.
We have seen comebacks on comeback, but this would
TK
definitely be,
envy, right?
yeah, this would be something else though. Apathy looks good to put in 2. Makes
Okay,
it
they
a
get-
10-point game.
They're
3.5
winning some
minutes
gunfights,
left. You
getting
have
control
plenty
of
of
the
time.
Optic base. They do have a ton of time. I mean, 3 minutes.
You just need the spawn kills to come in.
I almost feel like an eternity.
I mean, this should be another 2-point play for Apathy. It is, but this is where the kills are so crucial. And someone from Optic Gaming has actually got caught out there. Scumpy's going to go down. 3 players full. Formal last man up, and he's straight off spawn. TK should easily be able to get another 2-point play from this. They are reducing this deficit. It's going to be now down to just
Yeah, we have
6
ourselves a
points.
game
I
now.
love this play from
Yes.
Theory. Really want to highlight that.
Waiting
just taking his
for his-
time, bleeding the clock, waiting for his teammates to get in perfect position. And honestly, if they're quick, they could slay out Optic Gaming once again. But it looks like finally Optic able to put a stop to that momentum. Karma's going to go straight for the satellite drone. Goes for maybe a 15-second reset here. Just buy his teammates some
I mean,
time.
we talked about it earlier. You know, he's not going to have the most kills, but you trust him to make the smart plays when it's needed. I mean,
like
there's
that.
2 players from TK right around the drone. Somehow Karma ends up picking it up in between both of them, resetting it for 15 seconds, and then you see 3-4 kills in the kill feed for Optic Gaming. They get control right back. That's a huge play right there. Because
Nice
Karma
low.
just, if he goes for kills and he dies right there, that is another TK relay.
Crim6 goes big with a 2-piece. Stops TK getting any momentum here, of course. Scored down by 6. All it takes is another little spurt like we just saw, Matt, from TK, and they can easily be back in this game. They have 2 minutes to do it. 3 players go down, and this could be the start of something for TK. They're getting a little bit of momentum here. Neslo with the drone. 4 players down for Optic Gaming. Optic, this is a big decision. Do they wrap back or do they overextend? It looks like they're going to try and defend this one, and that could cost them if the kills come in from TK once again. It's going to come in as well. Theory and Apathy both picking up 2. 1 player has overextended. It's going to be Karma once again. Needs to try and make the smart play, but TK slaying out. Neslo with a big assist on Scump, and TK needs to pick up that drone very, very quickly. It's basically a 2 versus 2. Apathy has it. May have to go for a 1-point play, though.
If you're Optic, you think about bringing out stuns, EMPs, anything
Everything.
you can throw at TK to just stop them. They're going on a full offensive push, as I say that for them.
Yep, pretty much just
I mean,
very, very quickly. Apathy may have maybe gone for that 1-point play.
Yeah.
Had it in front of him. I know he was stunned though, which definitely had an effect, but now Scumpy with the drone's just going to pass that one across. And just like that, Optic Gaming add another 2 points to the lead. Now it's 6 with 1 minute 10 seconds left. Of course, 2-0 up in the series. Karma now with the drone. Scumpy doing a fantastic job.
Scump just making it look easy right there.
He really is. 6 kill streak for him. Karma jumps in for another 2. Scump finally falls, but just as TK look as if they're mounting a comeback and getting a lot of momentum, Optic put 4 points on the board very, very quickly and extend the lead to 8 points.
I tell you what, though, valiant effort by TK here in the second half. I mean, they make this game really close. They win a ton of gunfights for, felt like about 2 minutes they were winning everything.
They have been close. These games haven't been complete blowouts.
No.
Like game 1, TK led. Game 2, round 11. This one, okay. Yeah, bit of a bigger score differential, but you've seen at times, TK, they can put up the gaming in a spawn trap. This is definitely a better looking TK, I think, than we've seen for quite some time.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's important, TK, one of the biggest brands in Call of Duty. They should have a great team, some great personalities over there. Love, Sharp, Kaz, all the guys at TK. This team, I definitely think, can win. I mean, Optic's going to hit the 20 point. It's going to be 20-11, but I don't think that really indicates how close the game was. Yeah, it doesn't really justify it. It wasn't a, it's kind of weird to say, but the final score was 20-11, but it wasn't a 20-11
kind of game.
Yeah.
It
You
felt
saw
a lot
flurries
closer
from both teams. Yeah.
Of course, Apathy smiling away despite that loss. Sharp's going to go over and shake the hands of TK. I'm sure Sharp's going to be thinking about that 1v2 though, round 11. Very reminiscent to the start of the game. Solo was left in a 1v3, almost able to do it. But maybe one day he'll get his revenge on Optic Gaming. But today was not that day. Optic with a 3-0 victory over Team Kaliber. And kind of propels them once again in that group stage. A bit of a shaky day for them though. Hasn't been cruise sailing.
Has not been easy.
But wins are wins, man. That's going to be everything from myself and Mr. X. I'm going to throw it over to our wonderful friends on the analyst desk. We've got Puckett, we've got Jack, and of course, Chance.
All right, thank you guys. Fellas, let's break down the action. First off, were you impressed with TK tonight?
Honestly, from what I saw, they gave them a run for their money. Games 1 and 2 very close, came down to that round 11 in Search and Destroy. Game 1, they were leading Optic for a majority of the hard point. Then kind of threw it away. Definitely could have closed out that S&D as well. TK could have been up 2-0. Chance, I think you'll agree, going into that game number 3.
Yeah, without a doubt, they were just moments away on the hard point. And again, they had, a 5-4 lead in the S&D as well and just couldn't follow through and get the clutch. So again, could have been a much different series depending on how things go, but apparently that's just the story for Optic Gaming today. It looks close for a while, but they just clutch up when they need to, and they've done so consistently. So Optic Gaming proving they can clutch. They're proving they're a strong team. TK, of course, made it interesting, but in the end, OG too strong.
Speaking of Optic Gaming, who's been the star of a semi-rough Friday? I mean, they're 3-0, right?
Oh, yeah,
so they're not having a terrible time when you look just at the numbers. But who's having a good day? Who's having an off day and needs to step it up going into Saturday?
I mean, we were just talking about Scump that last game, was making some crazy plays. Krim also had a few good routes. If I had to pick one player, it would be Scump. Karma went 1 and 10 in the Search and Destroy. He was the reason why it was even close. The rest of the players were all positive, more than holding their own, really pulling the weight that they needed to. And really, Formal didn't do anything too special today. I don't know if you agree with me on that one.
Normal Formal stuff, I would say. Like,
Yeah,
he didn't necessarily have a bad
no
game.
55 bombs.
Yeah, I was about to say, nothing ridiculous, but consistent the whole way through. Crimson was kind of the same way, consistent. There were definitely moments where he just, completely shined, but I think Scump definitely the most standout player for Optic Gaming so far today. And again, Karma not having the best performances, but hey, wins are wins, and if he can even improve tomorrow, they are, obviously going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Optic Gaming, of course, #1 seed. TK, a little bit lower on that totem pole. Infused, another team to look out for here in Pool A, but we're going to have to see how things shake out tomorrow. Remember, we had an open bracket going all day long. 4 teams are going to be advancing into our pools. Guys, I know you've cast a lot of matches, not only here on the main stage, also over on Bravo. Overall thoughts on the day. We still have a few more matches to go, but give me your power rankings. Who are the top 3 in the venue right now?
For me, it'd have to be Optic Gaming, and this is just like the top 3 general. Optic Gaming, FaZe, Denial. Denial's looked very good with Classic on their team. We got to cast their first match where they played Rise. They made it look pretty easy. Denial is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and Classic has fit in extremely well with that squad. I think he was a fantastic 4th pickup over Replays.
I can't disagree with that at all. Denial was absolutely destroying teams today. They 3-0'd Rise, they 3-0'd Epsilon. There were moments in the S&D where it seemed like they might lose, but then Classic, in the final round of one of them, he got an ace, got the defuse with like 0.1 seconds left, and then they beat Epsilon, I believe it was 6-4. So their S&D game, maybe not the strongest in the world, but still, they're coming out with the wins, and they are destroying teams in the respawn. So definitely Denial is going to be a team I'm looking out for. Unfortunately, I didn't get an opportunity to look at Elevate too much today. That's definitely a team I want to watch more of. And then, of course, I don't know how Envy did. I only watched them play one match, but it was an incredible match. Jerd was absolutely destroying.
Yep. You got the whole Scump fam hanging out in the front row, watching all weekend long. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us throughout the week. And of course, you see the open bracket still going on. I'm looking forward to see how things shake out there. I'm also really pumped for our next match, guys. Coming up after the commercials, we're going to see Elevate taking on Envy. Two fresh lineups
There we go.
after Season 3
That's what I need.
finals. Give us some thoughts coming into our final match of the night here on Alpha.
Jared has impressed me so far today, and he's going to be a big difference maker in this next matchup.
You just smirked.
Against
I'm
Elevate.
getting excited for this one.
Oh,
I
yeah,
really am. This is probably one of the best storylines we have coming in outside of the OG phase dominance. Octane leaves Envy in a way that surprised pretty much everybody. He goes to Elevate. So of course now, and then Aqua leaves as well and goes to Epsilon. Epsilon hasn't been doing well. Elevate, I'm pretty sure they won at least one match, but I'm not too sure. But now you know that those guys are going to be wanting to go head to head. They're out for blood without a doubt. I would have to imagine the guys on Envy, or at least J Cap and Looney, are just like fiending to try and get themselves into the match just to get the payback on Octane. And of course that Elevate team looks insanely strong. I think that trade that they made, picking up Octane in place of Classic, I think that's definitely a solid pickup. And I think on paper they improve as a squad. I don't know if that's going to be able to come to the table, but that is definitely a match to look out for.
Jack, have you had a chance to cast any Elevate today?
I don't believe so.
I haven't seen any Elevate.
I don't believe I've been able
I
to.
don't
So
know,
I'm going to be casting this next matchup. I think Baven's going to be joining me. I don't know where he's
I'm
at.
so
but-
sorry in advance.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting. But looking at these two teams, I think they have a lot of storylines. You mentioned Octane coming into this one.
God.
Goonjon, who's had a really weird, I think is the word for Advanced Warfare, where he's up, then he's down, now he's back on one of the top
Am I
teams.
in the pro league?
Yeah,
Am I a pro still?
Exactly. And I mentioned this event could mean a lot going into Black Ops 3 for him. If he shows up here, shows, hey, I still have that drive. I haven't gone really anywhere. I just had a kind of a weird AW season. I'm back for Black Ops 3. One of the games that obviously we saw him kind of rise up in was Black Ops 2. So we'll see what we get out of him this event.
I want to see Donut Shop Goonjar
Oh, God.
here on the main stage next. See some breakout performances once again. We'll see if he can hang with the fellas going up against Elevate there. Guys, quick commercial break. When we return, more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare live from New Orleans.